2024 is a fantastic year to become a data analyst. The job market is competitive, and yes, beginners are facing challenges. But you can still become a data analyst, get that entry-level salary of $74,000 per year without a degree or experience. But in 2024, it's a little bit different. I spent hours going through how more than 20 people became data analysts last year without any experience, and some of them even without a degree. I compiled it all down into one proven blueprint with everything you need for beginners. This step-by-step process I'll share with you now is the best one out there, and it always works. We need to start off by getting the right skills. There is a common misunderstanding of what these skills are, and it's likely easier to get them than you think. First, we have Excel. There are some people that got a job with just Excel, and you may have heard about some of these stories. Unfortunately, these glory days seem to be over, except for rare cases. Still, don't overlook Excel. There's a reason why companies love Excel, because it allows you to work with anyone in a team, not just technical people. Anyone can use Excel. Even the least technical manager knows Excel and can jump in to completely destroy your project with their input. Fantastic. That's why you should learn some Excel, and this course is a great way to do so. Now, I wouldn't start with Excel, but rather fill in the gaps later, because most of us know basic Excel. That's why I would focus on SQL first. SQL, or structured query language, is used to deal with databases, and how much SQL do you really need to learn? Honestly, not that much. When you can solve intermediate level problems without looking up the solution or any tips online, then you are comfortable in SQL. I recommend the site Learn SQL, where you can start writing SQL queries in literally 2 minutes. Next, learn some Python or R. Python is way more versatile, more in demand, and easier to learn for beginners. Now, it's up to you to choose, but I'll focus on Python now. Get some basic Python knowledge. You can do this by taking a quick beginner course in Python, but there is a common misunderstanding I see. You don't need to be a Python expert. Your goal is not to be a Python developer, and if it is, then you're watching the wrong video. But feel free to stay anyway, I guess. You just need a basic understanding of Python and its syntax, how to write simple Python code, and you also need one more thing. It's the relevant data visualization libraries. That's what actually makes Python useful for data analysts. For example, you can learn pandas or matplotlib or numpy. Now, you don't need all of them, but there are specific libraries for Python which are very helpful. For example, pandas for data analysis. There's one more skill you need, and after that I'll show you a bonus to get a job faster. You should also learn Tableau or Power BI. They are data visualization softwares, one from Salesforce and one from Microsoft. Both are in very high demand, and I recommend taking an intro course to figure out which one you prefer to learn. I would also consider learning one instead of both, because knowing a tool well is always better than being mediocre at both of them. There are other things you can learn as a bonus as well. For example, some industries and companies want someone that knows SAS or statistical analysis software, but it's not nearly as popular as R or Python. But if you do gain some skill that fewer people have, it could help you land a job, assuming that you find employers that are looking for those specific skills. Now let's talk about how to get a job. The first thing you need is what I like to call get the proof. With proof, I mean just a way to show employers that you're a solid candidate. If you have the skills but no proof, nobody's gonna take the risk to hire you. First, do you need a degree? Well, it's definitely helpful, especially in the fields of IT, computer science, finance, and so on. Quantitative fields are the best and most helpful, but you still don't need a degree to get a job. And there are analysts without a degree getting a job every single day. But to even have a chance of getting a job, you'll need a portfolio. There are 2 levels of portfolios. First, you can upload your projects for free on Kaggle or GitHub. Kaggle is a data science platform, and all you do is create a free account, and then you can upload as many projects as you want directly on Kaggle. GitHub is the same. You create an account, and then you can start uploading your work right away. Then you can share your work with employers, or also add a link to your profile on your resume. Once you're comfortable with that, you can create a personal portfolio. This is usually done on your own website. For example, you can use a free website builder like Wix or WordPress. You don't require any coding at all, and you can have your portfolio up within 20 minutes. If you're using Wix, they have some great free templates. All you do is search for portfolio, and then you can just adjust it to your liking. Keep your portfolio simple, and if people are interested in your full project, they can click and head over to your GitHub or Kaggle or some other place where we store all the data, the code, and so on. Your website is just like a beautiful storefront. Now, you don't need to build a personal portfolio right away. Kaggle or GitHub works just fine. Now, you'll need some projects to put in your portfolio. The best projects are interesting, easy to understand for anybody, and shows your skills in tools like SQL, Tableau, Power BI, Python, and R as mentioned. Now, you don't need all of them in one project, nor do you need all of them in your portfolio, of course, but these are some of the things that employers are looking for. You can find great free tutorials on YouTube where you just follow along and have your first portfolio project ready within an hour or 2. To make it even better, you can add some of your own touch and make it even more unique. Now we have a portfolio, so the next step is getting a certification. This is where you take a test test and you get certified. The top certifications for data analysts are the Tableau Data Analyst certification, as well as the Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst certification. Here, just pick whatever tool you prefer. Both are great certifications. This should be your last step because you'll need quite a bit of practice before you can pass these exams. Now, I do want to emphasize you don't necessarily need a certification to get a job, but if you follow all the steps and you still struggle to find a job, it could be worth considering. Anything that can help is, well, helpful. Okay, now we're ready to make a data analyst resume. There are free templates on Canva. Simply input data analyst or analyst and you'll find them. You can then adjust this as you want to. Now, we're in the age of automation and AI, and everybody's using AI to improve their resumes and fix mistakes. To do the same, head over to Resume AI or just ChatGPT and input your resume for some quick feedback. If privacy is a concern, just change your personal details before you throw the resume to the AI. One final tip, guys, and this is really important: don't just look for data analyst roles. There are many other related roles as well, sometimes with lower competition and sometimes even better jobs for you. Specialization is often the key to success and to be the best at something. For example, you could look into jobs such as marketing analyst, operations analyst, BI analyst, HR analyst, and even business analyst. Some will require additional skills, but nothing that you can't learn. That's it. Good luck and watch this video next, where I go even more into depth to help you become a data analyst.